sniper for a really long time. Is
Wait,
that why
dude,
he's playing on
let's
electrical
start the VOD
circuit?
first. Start the VOD first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, continue on your thoughts.
Oh, yeah, I was just in the middle of a rant about Light is really good versus Zerg. He's been kind of trained as a sniper for a while, and it's no surprise to see him coming out on this map, because statistically, we're on electrical circuit. We've seen like a lot of Zergs come out on this map, so it's a great map for a Zerg sniper, and Light is sick versus Zerg. He is one of the best Terran versus Zerg players out there, and like all the little things that he does, like his army positioning, he's one of those players that'll never just like, oops, I wandered out with medic marines and got surrounded by Zerglings. Like that even happens to Flash more often than it happens to Light. I'm not saying he's as good in all the other aspects of his Terran versus Zerg, but like he's like very careful, and like his vulture mine placements are always really good. Like you never see vultures dying with 3 mines in the bank, even at like the 20-25 minute mark when there's so much to do. He's like very meticulous and good. Like his Terran versus Zerg skills, like the specific mechanics for that matchup, he just does so well.
And Flash is unimpressed with your comparison. Sorry, Barosh.
Well, I mean, if you compare anyone to Flash, oh yeah, I saw the unimpressed Flash meme. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because Flash is so much better than that meme is funny that I don't think it's fair to put him on it.
By the way, everyone is going crazy about Killer's hair, and like, we haven't mentioned it, but I don't actually know what to say about his hair. Like, it kind of speaks for itself. It's like, what do you want me to say? It looks stupid. Like, I don't know what to say. It's like so dumb. Oh man.
So you were talking about at some point you've got to just realize that you'll never amount to anything and just give up on life, and apparently Killer's barber needs to hear your advice really desperately, because that haircut could have been done by a blind person.
Oh man. I don't know how he can like take himself seriously with that hair, like seriously. Oh man. Anyway, he's gonna be the red Zerg here in the bottom right. I'm pretty sure those drones at least have better hairdos than he does. And alright, let's see what we can do against Light. I don't know. As you said, Light is amazing TVZ. Killer, he's been kind of meh this season, so definitely favoring Light on this one. And that's good, because 3-0s are kind of boring. Needs a little bit more drama.
Yeah, 3-0s are just unilaterally disappointing.
And of course, we haven't seen Jaedong yet, so.
Yeah, or C. And I'm not even that much of a C fanboy, but he's on such a losing streak. I need him to play and break out of it.
Dude, did you read his last interview, like when he won against Hydra? He was
No.
like, oh, I'm confident now. I want to face a Protoss next. I'm just like, no. See, you do not want to face a Protoss next. You want to keep playing Zergs and Terrans.
Oh,
Just
that's
don't.
actually really common. C's interviews, every single time he gets interviewed, he says, I know, like, if he gets interviewed in the round of 32 of a Star League, he's like, I know I haven't had much Star League success, and I'm sorry for my fans that I've disappointed them so many times, but this season I'm feeling so confident. Like, every time you interview him, he says he's feeling really confident. He's like the little engine that could, except, the Kespa referee paused the game. Oh, wait, is this the new protocol? You raise your hand when they pause the game?
He's like in kindergarten, man. He's like, teacher, my computer's not working.
You used to say PPP, and then they would pause it. But then they had to disqualify a guy because he said PP, but it wasn't his fault because his monitor didn't work. It like shut off, so he couldn't see what he was typing. So he typed the wrong pause message, and they disqualified him anyway. And there was a huge controversy over that. So you're like, you know what? It worked in 2nd grade. It works now. Raise your hand, and we'll call on you. So hopefully this will get sorted out. Do you have any insight on this? Are you reading like the comments or the threads?
I'm eagerly awaiting for someone to tell us what's going on in the stream chat, because I know some people watch this live, so maybe they have an idea of what's going on right now. Anybody? Anybody? We should probably just skip ahead to the game.
Okay.
Alright, let me just click a little bit and see when the game starts again, and then I'll tell you where I am.
Looks like it starts at like 8:07 or something, so we can resume from 8 minutes on the dot.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay.
Alright,
I'm there.
starting
You're ready.
in 3, 2, 1, go. So according to Kiet, it was a keyboard problem, and that seems to be fixed. It looks like they're not just going to start again, they are just going to continue the same game. And Light is in fact going for some kind of tech play here, with Killer scouting in the correct direction with his Overlord, but not the drone scout. He actually did a fairly early drone scout, perhaps afraid that Light might try to get revenge for what happened to Zero, with some kind of cheese of his own.
So, we've seen quite a few one bases for our Team 8 players. Interestingly, Baxter, or Killer, a Zerg player who are famous for their one base play, you know, like aside from the 4-pool, there does not exist a one base play versus Terran. So I guess I'm not surprised that he's getting a 2-base, but in another sense, I am surprised because I thought Teammates' new strategy was just to unilaterally one base. But I would still be surprised if we saw a third hatchery. I'm expecting a 2-hatchery Muta build and maybe the outside chance of a 2-hatch Lurker build.
Ooh, an interesting note from Marty18. He says that the official Kesper rule is any combination of P to ask for a pause, and if you can't, then raise your hand. Ah. So they thought of everything. Anyways, we do have a factory. We have one guy pulled off gas, left 2 on. So it's not just a one vulture expand. What is this build? It is 1 fact, 1 port from Light. Interesting. Although... No, never mind. I'm thinking of the wrong matchup. Anyways, Light's gonna be fancy and try and hunt down this Overlord. He's pulling like a flash maneuver here. And okay, he's actually gonna follow up with a command center after the starport. Looks like Sunken already down. And oh, he actually is gonna get this Overlord because he has a Marine on the other side. It's going down. Wow. And this is very interesting because the Vultures are preventing any Lings from coming out and taking down those Marines. So he gets the first Overlord. Very nice move by Light. Already getting a small edge in the game.
But in another sense, it's so telling that the barracks was lifted. Like, just seeing that the barracks is up in the air, chasing down your Overlord, yeah, you snipe the Overlord, but it's as though the Overlord went for a suicide scout, because that tells everything. Although, Killer's still not sure that it's mech, decides to go anyway. Like, you're not going to lift the barracks if you're going bio, so you know it's mech.
But, I mean, you would see the Vulture anyway, though, so it's not like you would suicide your Overlord to scout.
Yeah.
And, oh, wait, the mineral patches behind that thing have been mined out.
Oh, that's really smart defensive play, especially if you think there's going to be vultures out. Just mining out those minerals removes your opponent's ability to trick anything through, and it's a really good decision versus a Terran because vultures are so deadly. They kill drones way too fast.
And it looks like we're gonna have a vulture drop incoming. Some variation of the fantasy build, perhaps. I don't. This might actually even be the fantasy build. I actually don't even know the build exactly, but it looks like he's gonna make 1 Wraith, just harass the Overlords a little bit, and he's researching something from the machine shop, most likely Spider Mines. Yep, looks like Spider Mines. Just now finishing, gonna lay a few of those, but the Overlord's already out, so gonna be able to start clearing those. And he misses by 1 shot. What? Light, you 1 shot left, man. Just go kill it. Oh, that's a bit silly. By a bit, I mean quite.
I just want to talk about the tile set, as unimportant as that seemed. There's like the way the tile set is checkered all across the map. There are places where you can put mines where it won't even look like there are mines there at a glance. So it's dangerous in that too. And oh, it looks like even though Overlord speed isn't up yet, the killer wants to be aggressive, and he's scouting ahead with one Hydra at a time to see what's to take all the mines. But he gets in there, and there's a bunker and a tank, so he's forced to back off and sacrifice 2 Hydras basically for nothing. And now the first drop is coming in. He's going to drop 4 vultures on the low ground in the main. Only 3 vultures in that drop chip actually, and Hydras are going to get there in time, but there's only 2 of them. And very
oh my
nice
god, he's going to get trapped. What is he doing? Light! Don't get stuck.
He ran out of drones. There were still a couple of drones blocking, but he's like, I think he made the executive decision. It's like, I don't have enough Hydras to kill the vultures quickly enough. I just better run. But I don't think that made much sense either. He just didn't have enough Hydras back at home because he went for a really ill-advised, stupid attack, and he just took way more damage than he should. He should have had a bunch more Hydras at home.
And Light is actually following us up with 1 port cloaked Wraiths, while Killer, I think, very smartly taking a very fast 4th there at the 6 o'clock. And, you know, even though I thought Light was making a mistake there, he actually did kill a lot of drones, so it wasn't actually bad for him at all. Or I guess that means it was quite good for him, because he did quite a bit of eco damage there. And of course he did hold off the attempted Hydra attack from Killer, but taking this kind of very fast 4th, I think, is absolutely the correct decision in this case. You know, Light has invested so much in all these fancy harassing units, you know, the Vulture drop, now the Cloaked Wraiths, that he's not going to have all the production facilities to make like a big attack anytime soon. I mean, you know, when you go for a mech style, you're usually kind of stuck in your base for a little while, and oh, the dropship is gonna barely get away. No, he's gonna go back. Wow, very brave dropship. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you go for standard mech without this kind of fancy drop stuff, you're already kind of stuck for a little while you mass up. But you know, if you're gonna go for all these wraiths and drops early on, you're just gonna be on your 2 base for a very long time. Although now that I think about it, it might be really good on this map because you get that free mineral only in the back, so you can actually get kind of a 3rd-ish base pretty quickly.
Well, I feel that when you're playing against a Zerg on this particular map, mobility is really, really, really paramountly important, because you just need to get a couple of lurkers and you can break down the rocks protecting the mineral only very, very quickly and easily. And, oh, the cloak is up, and it actually didn't look like we had Overlord speed, so this is going to deal quite a bit of damage, probably kill all the drones at this 4th base here. But I don't know why Killer hasn't done it yet, but it's a good move. We haven't actually seen any lurkers yet, so maybe lurker aspect isn't done. Although those might have been lurkers there morphing already, so I might be wrong on that. But like when you knock down those rocks, it's not just like maybe I can knock down the rocks, sneak in, and deal a lot of economic damage with lurkers. It also just changes the entire characteristics of the map. Suddenly, a Terran has to defend 2 entrances, and they need to be at a point of defense either far out enough to defend both their main and like bonus entrance, or they need to have tons of mobility, and dropships are a way to do that. So going for, and like air dominance helps with that too. So if you have air dominance and dropships, it'll be a little bit easier to defend, and it looks like that is going to be what Killer follows this up with. He's certainly making a lot of lurkers, and like that, this isn't his plan, like, alright, I'm going to go all in, kill those things, and try to win, but it's definitely going to be going forward a part of his game plan. And very nice micro by Light Alive, may I just say, killing so many Scourge, and even with, like, he was doing the cute Overlord dance, too.
Yeah, he's doing a ton of damage with these Wraiths. I think he just stopped on 3 and just doing so much damage, but I was a little bit surprised that Overlord speed still wasn't done when those Cloak Wraiths were attacking the 3rd base, or the 4th at the 6 o'clock, because he saw fast spider mines from Light, right? So if a Terran's going for a lot of spider mines, would you not go for Overlord speed? I mean, I don't know, I'm a little bit confused. Maybe he just thought he'd play a little bit more defensively, so he didn't need it so early. But anyways, it looks like, oh, I didn't get to see the kill counts on all the Wraiths. But anyways, I mean, it looks like Light is just going back to standard bio here, getting some science vessels out, added on all his barracks. So we are just going to see kind of a straight up, or a standard-ish mid-game, but you know, Baxter Killer has invested in a lot of hatcheries, and he's got no queens just yet, so he's going for like a huge mid-game army here. Might see some nice Hydra lurker action, or rather, that's most likely what we are going to see here. You can see some lurkers already outside the natural. Actually, not that big of an army for Killer yet. I think he needs to start producing because Light's moving out of his base, and actually, now that I look at it, I don't see any like red dots on the minimap that are helping Killer spot this push coming out. Like, does he not have anything checking the front of the Terran's base? That seems like a huge mistake.
I feel like Killer's just like really like he's spent so much time dealing with harassment that he's just under-teched at this point. Like we're 15 minutes into the game and he's got sending in all of his lurkers, not getting the best positioning once he finally gets them down, and a nice defense matrix going down in the tank, and really like he wasn't able to like have his lings survive long enough to buffer for his lurkers to get close enough to do any real damage. So although he did a little bit of damage, that wasn't really that successful. Like I feel like that lurker, that engagement micro could have been a lot better for Killer. If Jaedong was in control of those units, that Terran army might have been crushed. But as it stands, this is a scary push, and there's there's no hive tech out whatsoever. This is actually a very nice lurker flank, and Ling's getting in, and I still don't feel like he's getting the engagements that he needs to. I feel like all of these engagements that he's going for are lackluster, especially with that broad side that he was going for. It just like he should have gotten closer with his lurkers. I feel like he's too conservative. He's burrowing his lurkers too early and losing the engagements as a result.
That's not being conservative. That's called being bad. Killer's control in both of these engagements has just been god awful. Like I'm looking at these, I'm just like, are you serious? Like, this is pro gamer level? The initial attack, he basically ran in a line. He clumped up all his lurkers. He hit the U button way too early. Didn't borrow them, like, he didn't do the staggered borrowing. The flank attack, he engaged way too early once again. There was no need to go just yet. He could have waited a little longer, massed a bit more at his natural, waited for the Terran army to go out a little too far, and then gone for the surround. As it wasn't even really a flank. It was just like an attack from the side. Light pulls back, and it's basically an attack from the front. Light's now taking his mineral only, and I mean, Killer's basically dead. I mean, to be fair, Light's control in all the engagements has been quite superb. His control of the Wraiths has been spectacular this game. I mean, he's just showing why he's so amazing in TVZ. But Killer's being kind of lackluster anyway, so it's kind of like Light's amazing and Killer's not, so this game's pretty much over.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed with Killer in this game. Not just because his micro in all of those engagements was absolutely terrible, but okay, so he has a Nidus Canal, so his hive is up, but like his hive was way too late. Like all this harassment and stuff threw him completely off, and in the end Light had a beautiful standard Terran army of bio tank, and even actually he had like way more science vessels and tanks than you should be able to have. He had so much gas. There's
GG.
No defiler the whole game. Like Light Alive was teching just fine. He was teching beautifully with doing all of this harassment. He was getting wraiths, but like he was still building up the core of his tank marine army. And then like Killer didn't get the memo, and Killer's got Lurker Ling at the 16-minute mark, and he's like, okay, ready to engage, and he's like, what, wait, you have 5 science vessels? But I don't have any swarms, and then he dies. It's really disappointing.
Oh, man. See, you know what his problem was? He didn't cheese.
Yeah, he didn't one base. What the frick?
He did not follow Coach Ju-hoon's advice. Alright, let me load up the next game.
Really bad lurker micro. Like, he had 2 opportunities where I felt that he had maybe, like, not enough to kill the push, but enough to do sufficient damage that the next wave could kill the push, and he just, like, burned his lurkers, then he's like, oh, I'm in range of 1 tank, that's good enough, and then it's like, oh, I'll just cast a defense matrix on the 1 tank, and now you just look silly.
Yep. Alright, are you ready with the next VOD?
I didn't even load that up because I was just so mad about that game. That was, like, so disappointing. Like, I watched, like, I feel like, what's the next one? Is it Sulky versus C?
Indeed it is.
Alright. Oh, God, that was such an awful game. Like, there are, like, 1,000 reasons why Brood War is so much more fun to watch than StarCraft 2, but one of the... Like,
whoa,
besides
dangerous ground. Dangerous ground you're treading.
Like, regardless of how much you like each game, the reason Brood War Pro League is so good, like, completely ignoring the quality of each game, the players are better at Brood War, and you expect such a higher degree of play from Brood War that the games are just so much better. You don't see, like, oh, well, that's just a stupid mistake like you do in StarCraft 2. But I feel like Killer looked like a StarCraft 2 pro gamer, by which I mean completely underskilled and outclassed.
Oh man, dude. All right. You know
Am I
what?
getting
Let's just go on to the next game.